Definitely we give thanks as we are live on YouTube and as we're getting ready to be live on um, Calabash Television, St. Lucia. To give thanks for all those people on YouTube who are joining us. Definitely naturally eradicating disease today on the food of 7. So give thanks for all those of you who are coming on board. Glorify Rastafari. Give thanks. Definitely. As we are live right now, naturally eradicating disease. Honorable, you could probably share the link for us.
It's blocked. Okay.
I'm loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Okay.
Yes. So as we're just getting ready, as you know, we're doing live YouTube and live Calabash Television, so it takes a little time. So we don't want to be speaking out of turn. So just as you come in, if you have a comment, you can just put it in the comment department. But everything is divinely blessed as we're waiting to start the food of 7 on Calabash Television. And definitely, as you could see, yes, we're in studio today, and we have some visitors with us. They're going to be talking about we are because I am because you are. So definitely we give thanks for this divine opportunity. Yeah. Normal. Alright. We're black and white over go. Okay. So we do give thanks basically. Yes, Kendley. Nuit. Nut. Basically Nut. Nut. Kadine. That's Sister Kadine. Nut. Sekmet. Yes, I am in. Give thanks, Honorable Selassie Chapel. Give thanks. Blessed. I have a quick question, please, before we start. How do I take care of gripe colic in my 7-week baby? Hold the baby tight to the stomach, right to the abdominal area. Hold the baby tight and give the baby a lot of care, and avoid things like too much ginger and these things in the first 7 weeks, and too much bay leaf and these hot foods. Definitely. And just try to hold the baby tightly to the stomach and breathe with the baby. Okay? Very good. And you drink some patchouli, that'll help the gripe of the baby. Okay? Thanks, my sister. So as we wait into Royal Ras Queen, give thanks, blessed love, glorify Selassie Chapel, Shalom. Give thanks, Honorable. Yes, I love it. Yes, so try it, Sister Sekmet, and then let us know exactly how it goes. Definitely. Coming in live, naturally eradicating disease shortly as we wait for our live broadcast. Yes, Chi Delta. How do we sign up to come to St. Lucia to get treatments? Oh, just WhatsApp 7223660, or just send an email prescalash@gmail.com. Definitely you could get that information right here. Okay, I'm just figuring this thing out. I try to get a job with you, Royal Rasquin. But of course, I mean, why did you just try? You should just come and get a job with us, because we need wholesome people to actually come and help to build up, the empire. Because we have to build up the empire. So just come, man, and definitely you are welcome. Royal Rasquin, give thanks. Social Jermaine Albert, Rastafari blessing my Lord, give thanks for the great work. So give thanks, Honorable Rastafari, give thanks for the man there as we getting in live. Cindy Diamond, hi, I want to come to St. Lucia to visit and for a retreat, but I am a lesbian and I'm wondering if it's friendly for LGBTs in St. Lucia. But I mean, whatever your sexual orientation in, that is your business. I mean, that's your private part. That is your life, your choice. We don't judge people based upon the sexual orientation. Definitely that is your choice. Everyone has their own choices, right? I have mine, you have yours, and it doesn't mean that people that do these things, they are evil, really. Well, two of my best goodies and my best sisters, they basically, they They are married, but they are wonderful people and they treat me with lots of love. So definitely we give thanks for them still. And we give thanks for the love that they always offer. Give thanks. Yeah. That is your prerogative, my sister. So that's your decision to make with your life. So we're coming in live, because definitely I have a completely different take on these things there still. So love to everyone. When the sun shines, it still shines upon the rapist and the murderer and all these people there. It shines on everyone and the thief, everyone. The sun shields time. So the love of God is just infinite. So definitely give thanks for the love of God. Alright? Rastafari. You can come out again, you have the mic attached to you. Okay? Alright. You're welcome, Honorable Sydney. Love, give thanks. There are some people with us today as well. We're going to be doing some talk on fashion and these things there. But it's style. Maybe not stylish, fashionable people. They're a bit shy. I know you're going to share all your platforms, your Instagram. I totally impressed. Remember we live on YouTube? I thought of your YouTube channel. I'm having a laugh on YouTube. You said laughter is good. Remember Empress telling me about how laughter is good, right? So laughter is good. So definitely. I just laugh at these things and just cry. Well, fibroids and ovarian cysts is like a 21-day program. Definitely. We're about to go live on TV right now. So we give thanks and give thanks for life on a mighty life giver and give thanks as we're about to hit the live wave, and we've been live on YouTube. Yes, we do give thanks for life and the mighty life giver, and we give thanks for all good things around us are sent from Zion above. So we praise for his divine love, and we give thanks for this divine opportunity as we are live on Facebook, on Calabash Television. We also are live on YouTube and on Honorable Priest Kailash platform. And you know that also those people in St. Lucia, definitely you could see us live on your television screen. So we give thanks for this divine opportunity as we are once more together in a spirit of learning and understanding. It's always an honor and a privilege to serve, because for you to begin to serve people, you must first of all serve yourself. For you to begin to give, you must first of all give yourself. For you to be able to lead, you must first of all lead yourself. So give thanks for our leader, the man that come and stand up in this time to actually lead in our, which is the Rasta man. So every other people around the place, you don't really hear. Okay, if you have an Adventist person, they might, you might see them doing something, or they might even curse, right? Or a Christian might curse, or they might drink a beer, or they might smoke a cigarette. Nobody will tell them anything. They might kill somebody, or nobody would say anything. But if the Arman, the Rasta man, the Rastafari come and he drinking a beer, they say, "Oh, Gasson, you Rasta and you drinking beer. Man, you're Rasta and you smoking cigarette. Rasta not supposed to smoke cigarette. Man, you Rasta man, and you cursing. You're Rasta is supposed to be humble, peace and love." So you see that the standard for peace and love, and the standard for good, and the standard for happy living is the Rasta man. So we give thanks for the Arman, the Rastafari in this time, that definitely, as people has rejected that stone, they say the stone that the builders refuse shall definitely become the head cornerstone. It's not because they choose to put it as the head corner, when all the other stones used now, right? All the other stone, and you building this wall, and you build all the other stones to find the biggest, baddest stone. You put them at you get them first. Oh, that stone they could. Oh, this stone could. And all the stone, when all the stones finish now, the same little stone that you cast on the side and you didn't want to use at all now, you have to place that stood at the head. So you give thanks for the man, the Rastafari, when everything else has failed. The Rasta man definitely is here, and bringing the same message consistently as over the years. As definitely the people have taken the Rastafari liberty and have packaged it and have wrapped it, and then have sold it back to us in the form of vegan and eco-friendly and biodegradable, and medical marijuana and all these different things. Definitely give thanks for the ancient Naya Congo, man. And we have to keep in mind the ancestors, all these forerunners, all these brothers and sisters who actually lost their life in the cause, probably just because, they stand up for smoking marijuana, for saying Africa. People were killed for that. So when right now we are in the time when they are decriminalizing and they are legalizing, and they say, oh, marijuana is good for this and good for that, and CDB and CBD and cannabinoids and THC and all this type of fancy talk. There was a point in time when they used to shoot Rastaman in the field, in the ganja field, and throw them in the back of the police van and throw the ganja on them. And when they reach by the police station, throw down the ganja and just throw down the Rastaman on the ground. And now all of a sudden, the marijuana is good, right? And then all these Rastafari people who have lost their lives, who just because of marijuana, they couldn't go to school, they couldn't go get a job, you come to work and your eyes red and thing, and they fire you, so give thanks for the man who actually held the fort, and fought, and those who actually shed their own blood, just for this, so I am here with you, my beloved brothers and sisters. We're not going to allow them to come and just ride the thing and ride the horse and ride the ganja thing as if we don't exist, right? You ride there. So we give thanks for this divine privilege to be a soldier on the battlefield, specifically over the past 15 years. Impressive, 15 years, right? Graduate, 2005.
Yes. 14.
14. Yeah, 15 because I graduated before I graduate. Right, the past 15 years since we've been on this mission, because even before I actually left medical school, I was already creating my own products, because I had to survive, because at that particular time, you go into medical school and everything you see is, because it's good to be at medical school because the books, the knowledge is profound, and I have no regrets, going to the whole realms of the university. But I saw exactly what they were. Universities is basically to blind you. It's not really to enlighten you. The university basically blinds you, right? It prevents you from actually seeing your true purpose. It don't really teach you to become a CEO. It teach you to be a jobber, on 8 hours. If you make $4,000 a month, at the end of 12 months, you're going to make $48,000. That's it, right? 12 months of working and $48,000. I don't even cover your tuition, right? And then, your mommy and daddy have their mortgage and everything in there for you, huh? And then you have to work 5 years just to pay the student loans. And then after the 5 years, you take a mortgage, the mortgage, right? And then after 5, you take a mortgage and you have to pay for 25 years. So by the time you check yourself, oh my goodness, you old and you gray and you think you just finished paying the mortgage and you die, right? And you don't even have time to full joy your house and to stretch your leg. So university never really teach you anything about how to actually uplift yourself or take care of people. Going to medical school, the study was profound because you have to be able to identify nerves, blood vessels, this, that, da da da, da da da, bling bling bling, ting ting ting. By the end of the day, nobody tell you, well, what do you have to do to stop diabetes? What do you have to do to stop high blood pressure? So after everything you study at medical school, all these big books, you have to walk around and play smart. Many people go into medical school just playing smart, just playing smart. They have big books in their hand and thing, and they have glasses. They like to put glasses and thing and play smart. Eh? At the end of the day, they're just playing smart, but you're not being clever. That's why they call them docs, right? So at the end of the day, it's when they got you. Anyway, you see, the etymology of things is very significant because they just call herbal people quacks. Right? Oh, he's a quack, right? But they're who the people call doctors because dogs quack, right? So the dogs quack, and if you tell you have a chicken brain, you know how it is, and a bird brain, come on, a duck and a bird, right? So they try to make people believe like as if, but it's not nice. They shouldn't call the doctors docs, right? They should call them healers, right? Physicians, right? Don't call them docs. So when you use that etymology on them, you see you have them as if they are just in the line and then they're just supplying the production line. Oh, you have a headache, okay? You have diabetes, okay? You have You have high blood pressure, okay, and they don't even utilize all the brain cells that they have. All they do, they just use their pen and write prescriptions. When at medical school, we actually learned how the physical structure function. So at the end of the day, you could educate your client effectively enough to actually assist them in the healing process. So most times a client goes in to see a patient. No, is that right? Most times a patient, goes to see a doctor. You know why they call a patient? Because they always have to be waiting, not because of anything. A patient is a patient because they have to wait very long to see the doctor. I remember going to St. Jude's Hospital when I was a little boy. Right, I was a boy them times, right, and I was. They have a life you live when you're a boy, and the life you live when you're a prince or princess, right? But at that time, we go to the hospital and we had to wait the whole day. And about 3 o'clock, they tell you the specialist not coming again, right? So you see how patient you have to hold the whole day, and then afterwards say, boy, the specialist not coming again. And people just go out their home and thing, and they say they make the appointment for next 2 weeks or next 3 weeks and whatever it is. So in that system, every single name and every single title is very important. So the reason why they call the patient is because you have to be patient. You have to wait. Go to a hospital. People are always waiting, and that's the place where people are not supposed to be waiting at all. When you're sick, you could afford to wait? No, right? So then you have emergency when you are emerging, right? Emerging from what? Right? You're supposed to be engaging. You're supposed to be entering, not like you're coming out. You are going in. So as soon as someone reaches a hospital, the system's supposed to be you sick, you come in, definitely someone is there to assist you. It's not that you come in and you have to sit down and you have to wait for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, and nobody will see you. And I know in St. Lucia the situation terrible. People have to come and they have to lie down on the floor. They literally lie down on the floor waiting for the doctor, and the nurses come and people lie on the floor, and boy, no more beds and thing. You could understand that. That little country, less than 200,000 people, you can't even take care of your sick. And then you want to come on campaign and tell people you to be the best this and the best that. The day that when the law comes and states that when the Prime Minister falls sick, you have to go to Victoria Hospital or send him to the stadium in Vieux-Fort. Where are you going to? On plane for? No, you put him on an ambulance and drive him to the stadium. The same stadium everybody else goes to is the same stadium. If all the bats and everything and all the water leaking from the roofs, so go and face the conditions that all them other patients actually facing. You the Minister of Health and you sick, no matnik for you, right? We are going to carry you right to VH. I'm sure if they tell them they're going to VH, they're crying, right? VH, well, boy, they're crying because they don't want to go to VH because that they call VH St. Anthony. They decide whether you live or whether you die. So they know that. So at the end of the day, I think these things there, when you come and campaign on them things there, and you want to be Minister of Health, you have to sign a contract that states that if you fall sick, you're not going to Martinique, you're not going to New York, you're not going to no other country, you're not going to Cuba, you're going to the stadium first. And then if the stadium full, you could go to VH, not even tapping for you. Right? So the same thing that the poor people have to face, the same thing you have to face. Okay, for the people in YouTube, the YouTube family that don't know about VH and the stadium. In St. Lucia, you have a predicament whereby the hospital got burnt over almost a decade ago. Right? And they have the people in the stadium that's supposed to be a sports stadium, and the whole medical establishment is in a sports stadium. So when people sick, it's like they're going into the Olympics. They have to go to the stadium, and that they actually reorganize to be a hospital. And it's almost a decade and they can't give the people a hospital. So I'm saying, for the people on YouTube and Facebook who are not from St. Lucia that don't know that, yes, one of our hospitals is a stadium, for a real stadium, right? And then the other one, the VH, is the one that they're trying to get out of into a new one, but they're still in it and they're still in the new one. So you have a kind of dilemma up there because it's terrible. So I'm saying that the local hospitals, if you're claiming that you're going to be a good Minister of Health, you must be able to actually go to the same hospital that your client's going to, your people that vote for you go to. Why? Because you came and you boast and say, yeah, I'm going to do that for you. Vote for me. The best healthcare. Free healthcare there. Healthcare. Right? So you now supposed to be able to face the same conditions. Then now, if you know that that's where you're going to go, you think that you're going to reach there and they have a bed for you. Right? And you're the Prime Minister. And our Prime Minister is a tall man. Imagine he has to sit down on a chair waiting for attention at VH. That won't look nice. Not at all. right? Not our Minister of Health. That's a female. Okay, so at the end of the day, we have to actually work to create a conducive environment for healing. So if you're working on one for yourself, that means that you're going to ensure other people get a good thing too, right? So give thanks definitely. As this program this evening, we are going to be focusing on naturally eradicating disease. Give thanks. Tell Empress Blessed Love. Yes, Royal Ras, Empress Blessed Love. Right? We have two empresses there. Let's say which one. Okay. Um, Lord Dieter Joseph, good night for real. Oh yes, give thanks, Honorable. Black Hearted Love. And as you know, we are on the 7 o'clock hour and we're going to take an intercession. When you come again, definitely, we're going to be talking naturally eradicating disease and we're going to be introducing, not our guests, because I don't think they'll be guessing anything. You know, we don't have people guessing things, eh? I mean, if they begin to guess, then you guess what's going to happen, right? So we're going to be having some thorough discussion on the whole aspect of wellness and naturally eradicating disease, and we'll be having two empresses with us, and Honorable Prince Saba, that's making his first television. Yeah, my lord, give thanks. Yeah, take it easy, man. You'll have time to speak. Riley, that's making his first television appearance tonight. Give thanks. Ja, Rastafari, blessed.
Can I borrow that?
Remember the camera, yeah. So when you're there exposing us, ourselves. Yes, I'm fully aware. Okay, how are we signed to come to St. Lucia to come first for treatment? Okay, all right, blah, blah, blah. Shout out priest from the States. Yeah, Adam Alfred, man. Black at love. Black, red, black, and green. Give thanks, honorable. Both empresses, Ras Queen, Royal Ras Queen, say blessed love to the INM. As we know, we are in an intercession on the other program, the live television program. So if you have any questions right now while we are in the intercession, definitely you could ask your question and we could answer that for you. This is Honorable Empress Ethiopia here. Alright, special love Empress.
Bless the love. Give
Thanks.
Love, love.
Honorable Empress Aisha.
Bless the love.
Give thanks. Definitely, this is going to be our people that's going to be right with us on the program for the rest of the evening. So when we come again, you might be seeing me and hearing them. I don't know whether I would want to replace my face with their face. Right? And see how it goes from there. So we give thanks. So any comments, any questions? Yes, Black Blessed, give thanks. We would definitely answer them for you. So who going first? You, Empress?
Yes, I'll go first.
Yeah.
It doesn't he give us like a prelude about that?
No, man, just
No, I just want to know regarding him.
just keep yourself covered and keep him occupied. It's good. So why don't you expose more of that? Why put that black thing over the color thing that you put just to advertise? I'm speaking to the Honorable Empress. Okay, good. Yes, give thanks. No questions? Do you have live every Sunday, Honorable? Yes, you have a live every Sunday from 6 to 8. Live on YouTube, live on Calabash, and you have a live every Wednesday from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. Live on Facebook, live on HTS Television St. Lucia, and also live, yeah. What is the best for ulcerative colitis if one has not much funds? I mean, a life of free stress, right? No stress. Free from stress, not free stress, not free stress. If you have free stress, that means you get a lot. You know how people like freeness. So we talk about life free from stress, because stress is very, instrumental in the whole aspect of any gastrointestinal tract condition. So if you have ulcerative colitis, that means that your colon is actually ulcerated, meaning that it might have like sores, and colitis means that your colon is actually inflamed. So you might have bleeding and all these different type of things. So it's very good to actually take your time to eat, drink lots of patchouli, ginger, drink plenty of water, abstain from stress, eat on time, and love yourself. Okay? Blessed. Real was queen. That was for you. Is hemp oil good for the skin?
So then
Well, I mean,
what is
hemp
that?
oil, I don't know if you're talking
Transmissible.
about the ganja oil or the hemp seed oil that basically comes from the the commercial hemp, industrial hemp. You know, hemp seed is good for internal and external.
That's something I never see
Yeah.
somebody
All right.
like covered. I mean, like what? I mean, even if
Okay, let's make one adjustment there quickly.
Okay.
So you coming on next week, I guess? Okay.
Yes. It's also at it's also difficult that it's really yes, it can be very dangerous. It could bleed to death. Okay. And it's very bad. You can really enjoy your food at all. You know, so just take care of yourself, sister. Stop stressing. Okay, you stress too much. Get a chalice, burn some herb, high grade. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Give thanks. Food, peace, what you do, give thanks.
Yes, I give thanks.
Look a bit at it.
If you're tired, I can give him some.
Just move slightly, just so let me just shift your leg. Okay, that's it.
You there reflecting me there. Must feel so beautiful there. Like you're watching it in the mirror. Reflection. You don't feel that?
Oh, you don't feel that too?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's reflection. I am because you are, and because you are.
because we are.
We are okay, give thanks. You have enough time to speak. But,
Can you see life?
yeah, I'm still alive. Do you want me to give like your YouTube
No.
channel? Because I'm following you. Do you have a program for treating seizures? Yes, seizures disorder is very good. But the ganja oil is what you need for the seizures. Coming live again. Coming live again.
Baby.
Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver, and we give thanks for all good things on us sent from Zion above. So definitely we praise for all his love, his divine love. As definitely I can see like my color is different now. I look a bit bluish, but I don't know how blue it is as for Calabash television, but I know I look like my color looks normal on that other screen here for YouTube. So we give thanks again, definitely. As tonight we are talking about the whole aspect of naturally eradicating disease, and in that we have two people with us today that's going to be not are you contributing, are you conning a tribute?
No cunning.
No conning. All right, so definitely she's going to be adding value to the Food of Seven today, and we'll be fundamentally discussing a new initiative that has been launched by the INM, and we have Honorable Empress Ethiopia with us. I mean, you'd like to give the people a little brief introduction of who you are, apart from my reflection.
Blessed love, blessed life. I am Honorable Empress Ethiopia, as the Honorable Priest said. I'm a member of the Ethiopia Africa Black International Congress Women Freedom Liberation League. And before I even go further, I'd just like to send out celebration love out there to our family worldwide, those who know and who may not know. Today being the commemoration of the 5th of May, which is symbolic in that in the year on the 5th of May 1936, the fascist Italians, they invaded Ethiopia as a means to try to get back at the Ethiopians for the defeat that the Italians suffered in the Battle of Adwa in the year 1896. So in 1936, they invaded Ethiopia to try to redeem their lost pride. Yeah, so and but it was victorious for the Ethiopians because the Italians never really got to conquer or colonize Ethiopia, because 5 years later, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie returned to Ethiopia to rightfully possess the land again and have the Ethiopians run out of Ethiopia. So celebration love as we remember the significance of this date in history and time. Yes, now for the purpose, the reason why we're here Yeah. I am co-founder of the Ubuntu Palace. Now, before we get into what the Ubuntu Palace is about, just as the Honorable Priest was saying in his preamble regarding our state as a nation of people, yeah, many times we wait for other nations to highlight some value in anything that we just do or have naturally, anything that has been a part of our culture, a part of our identity. For instance, just as he said, they are calling what has always been known as the idol food, the food that Rastafari eat. They're calling it vegan food and healthy food now, when all the while the Rastafari has been eating like this, but it was never really recognized. As a matter of fact, Rastafari has always been looked down upon for the way of life, have always been ridiculed. Our people have often been told that, oh, our children would not be healthy because of the way that they eat and different thing. And even now, we're in a situation currently with the marijuana, which has often been linked to Rastafari again, and many Rastafarians lost their lives because of the marijuana. But now it's being called medical marijuana. It's being re-identified, or its value, all of a sudden it becomes so valuable because a certain set of people find value in it. But we have known by experience, by culture, by practice, that it's always had many values. But what we've been doing is in essence allowing someone to dictate to us what we will do, what we will eat, what we will say, and these things. So it's time now that we honor our own selves. We see beauty, we see value, we see God in our own selves, and just
God goddess.
naturally, goddess, naturally love that aspect of ourselves, any reflection of ourselves, just love that, look at each other and see beauty, divine beauty in each other. So with that, the Ubuntu Palace is bringing forward that whole concept of oneness. Yeah. I am because you are, and you are because I am. Yeah. And we are because each individual is a reflection of each other. Yeah, just acknowledging and recognizing that beauty and glorying in it. Yeah, so the Ubuntu Palace now, it's bringing forward again the beauty and naturalness and divinity of ourselves. Yeah, in terms of, well, this is one aspect of it, because the work that the Honorable Priest has been doing is an aspect of it, although it hasn't been labeled as such, but it's our culture. It's a part of our culture. So in this essence, the Ubuntu Palace is about wearing our natural beauty, things that are reflections of us. Yeah, so we would be bringing forward a line of clothing, a line of accessories like this button cape I'm wearing here. Yeah, it's something that's available at the Ubuntu Palace, and
So why all these buttons? Why not just what what's so special about that? Why should somebody be interested in that?
well, firstly, with the Ubuntu Palace now, I must say that our most practically all of the items that we carry, they are made in Africa, authentically African. So it's a deliberate investment or a deliberate business venture that seeks to bring economic empowerment to our African people, who are the originators of this form of how should I say, style, a form
Art.
of precisely art. So in its uniqueness, it's actually some buttons joined together, forming a beautiful design, which will go as a great accessory for your clothing, for your garment. So pardon me, I have the young one there with me, and
We have to pardon you. You remember that?
all right, baby. Yes.
Probably I should give him some now. I mean, definitely. Give thanks, as you said, you're the co-founder, and we do have another sister here with us, and probably just introduce yourself, honorable.
Blessed love, give thanks for life and a mighty life bigger. My name is Honorable Empress Aisha. And as Honorable Empress Ethiopia mentioned before, we started a new venture called the Ubuntu Palace. Well, most of the products, as she stated before, are sourced from Ghana, Africa, our motherland. And the priest was asking a while ago, why buttons? To show the beauty of it. Well, I would think that it's a part of portraying our talent as well. Everything, well, most of the accessories we have are handcrafted, and that's to show you that black people too have talent. And that's what we plan on doing, portraying the Afrocentric side of our culture. Um, we sell fabrics at the palace. We sell accessories, shoes, um, clothing as well. And not only do they have the are they beautiful, or we point out the beauty part of it, but we believe it is
It's healthy. Why?
healthy because the materials we use are natural materials like cotton and linen, and especially in the climate that we live in, these materials allow air to flow, so therefore it allows the skin to breathe.
So why is it that all of a sudden, why, I mean, you are a young person yourself, so why, what's supposed to attract someone that is like a young person these days there to live what they refer to as fashionable, which probably is a tight jeans and these type of things. Why should someone be encouraged then to begin to move towards the whole aspect of the natural look or the African look? So am I supposed just to not me prescale? Okay, I would buy something that's African because it's made in Africa. So how does that? Why should someone have to buy something from Ubuntu just because it's from Africa? What does that signify? How does that help the person? Or is that just helping you? How does that help the person if they just buy the thing from Ubuntu just because it's made from Africa? If it's made in China, it might be cheaper.
Well, as I stated before, the texture or the type of material, it's healthy. Sometimes we tend to think that being healthy is only what we put in our body, what we eat, or exercising, or what we read, or what we think. But also, your the clothing, the type of clothing you wear, it plays a major role. As I said before, sorry, the material being used for the clothing, it allows the skin to breathe. Also, for sensitive skin types.
So that, but well, I mean, naturally, we would in my field, would always tell a woman to wear 100% cotton underwear, especially if they're having things like yeast infections or vaginosis and these type of things. Okay, now in the climate that we are living in right now, when people say that, okay, well, things hard, what you're bringing for the people, is it something that the ordinary person can actually just walk in and buy, or is it something that's only for a class of people that probably could afford to spend more, those people that earn?
Um, to add to that, right? If we're as a people, if we're to look at our present state in the world, there are many things happening around the world, especially, well, we're Africans by through the fact that we're descendants of Africans, all right? And for that purpose, we find that as a people who have often been robbed of our identity, who have been made to feel like our Africanness is something that we should be ashamed of, something we should not wear proudly. And as a result of that, because many of our people actually do that, where we try to change ourselves so that we can look like somebody else, another set of people who would seem more acceptable, another who have physical features that are viewed as beautiful, and for that reason we have suffered a lot. We have our both male and female young princes and princesses, um, they suffer from low self-esteem. They end up being involved in things that are to their detriment. So as a people now, I strongly feel that we have to look towards our economic empowerment, because the reality is, the people that wield the more economic power, they have the more say. They are looked upon, they are more respected, they are more regarded, they are more considered. So with the whole concept of the Ubuntu Palace now, it's when we say that, okay, we source our items directly from Africa and it's deliberate, it's because we want to ensure that we are empowering our people economically. It's nothing really racist, because the truth is that all sorts of other people, they are doing that. They are selling our own products or products that look like ours, and they are gaining from it. So I personally, this is something that I have always wanted, because in my personal choices when it comes to purchasing fabric, I will specifically, link people in Africa to get my fabric, and I want to know what type of fabric, because Africa has they have been Africa is being invaded by the Chinese products as well. And so, I would ask these questions. So for my own self, this is what I want for my own self. And I want to be able to see that, okay, our people on this side who might not be able to link somebody up in Africa and say, well, this is what I want. I'm going to send the money, purchase this for me, send it over. Yeah, it's the same spirit of Ubuntu. So yeah, it's about economic empowerment. It's about glorying in our natural beauty. It's about standing proud in it and making it available to those who want to be able to share in that aspect of themselves.
So something like what you have in your how you call it, the bottom cape.
Yes, it's a
So,
button cape.
so you could fly with it.
Well, it can be seen like the adornment of a queen. All right, the adornment of a queen on her
It
shoulders.
is beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, this is just one of the types of items we have available there in the Ubuntu Palace. And by the way, we'll be looking to have branches throughout the Caribbean. Yes, just so that our people can have the authentic African product. And as I said before, I would encourage. I mean, it may be a bit more costly than
The Chinese.
yeah, but you purchase it knowing that, okay, this is your own self, you are empowering. I mean, we don't have to go into some of the atrocities that happen to our own people around the world. So economic empowerment is the way to go. So let's just support each other, the authentic
African material.
precisely.
I mean, definitely we give thanks, Honorable, as you've said that. But Honorable Empress Aisha, I mean, what are some of the things? I see you have like a bag there with some stuff in it. What are some of the things so that dress you have on, that material is from Africa? Okay, alright. Can you show us some of the stuff that you have?
So just to reiterate on what the Honorable Sister and Honorable Empress Aisha said, I remember the first book about Black empowerment that I read by the priest was Marcus Garvey,
Yes.
Philosophies and Opinions. And what stood out to me in the book, and I mentioned to the priest, is that we, the Black, the white people and all the other colonizers, they would copy us. But now we Black people, we're waiting for them to copy us, for us to copy what they copy from us. And I think with the Ubuntu Palace, now that, as a priest say, they're claiming everything that the black man has already known or has already founded and call it their own. Right now, I think that we should get back our rights. Yes.
Give thanks. We'll take an intercession. As you know, Honorable Prince Saba is a bit anxious on his first television program, and definitely when he come again, I know that he's going to be much calmer, and okay, he's very full now. Definitely he's smiling. He's smiling. Okay, so definitely he's smiling now. So we give thanks for all those of you watching. Take an intercession. When he come again, definitely we'll continue. Big man. That's Ubuntu too.
Yes. Authentically African.
Authentically African. Honorable Prince Saba. I say, my lord, why are you making so much noise on the people thing, eh? You have to take it easy, no, man. Your time not you to talk. When your time come, you'll get the opportunity. You hear me I say? You hear me I say, my lord? Hmm? You like that? Alright, give thanks. Okay, give thanks definitely. As you know, no, the honorable prince is just being a prince. That's what babies do. Come on, when I give him some, he'll keep calm. All right. Give thanks. Try to fit yourself
I
in there.
have to sit talk still.
Yeah. Try to fit. You're going to go over some of the items that you have, and we're still live on YouTube. If you have any questions on YouTube, let me see what questions you have. Blessed love, Honorable Donor Smith, give thanks. Well said, Empress Holy Impartation, give thanks. Adam Alfred, I want to hold the baby. You want to hold the baby. You should make a baby. Huge. Brendan Fangs, Secretary, Tarragon, and Saffron are good herbs for correcting the nerves. Give thanks. Good evening. I'm listening. Yes. Thorough Harper, give thanks. My nephew has genital warts. What can he do? You have a product called the dewormer. Definitely you could utilize that. That there is excellent. You could also use the milk of the papaya. It's very good for that also. God 777 fire, Honorable Kess Westmore. Yeah, yes, my Lord, give thanks for the man. Glorify. Um, more strength and powers, my Lord. That if that's where if no blood is in my stool, that means I'm not bleeding. Yeah, but the stool could be dark brown. Or you want a view of the room? They want a view of the room, man. Come on. We're in studio, okay, alright, so there you'd have lights, okay, and camera and technician and don't do this with alright, so definitely we give thanks. So you saw the view. The aloe expound. What aloe expound are you talking about? Aloe expound. I said something about aloes previously. Just let me know what you want me to expand about. We'll expand on it shortly. You have a little audio problem?
Your audio is a bit lower than.
And I'm the most
No,
loud.
that's quite strange. The Empress has come back?
Yeah, well, probably.
Probably, okay.
Yeah. We only have about 14 minutes remaining,
Yes,
so
okay.
we'll just take the
Where's the
call.
mic?
But the
That's
Empress.
your mic. Where's the Empress mic?
It's right there.
Oh, it's still there. Okay.
I should use it.
Yeah, use it instead, yeah. Because she has a lot more
Oh,
power.
but she should have had the lower mic because the baby was.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the baby was overpowering her. Yeah, so use that mic there.
You done something wrong. You're switching mics. Do you know the name of the Father? Do you know the name of the Son? Do you know the name of the Holy One? Do you know the Three in One? When you collecting, okay, what is it? Okay, you started to answer. When you collecting the herbs, I waited for you. Oh, okay, I will collect the herbs. I was supposed to be there early this morning, but after I read a couple of Psalms and things, I had to change my mind this morning. So I will come and collect the herbs. Yeah, sorry, my sister. I should have called. Give thanks definitely as we are live again right on Calabash Television on YouTube and on Facebook. Definitely as we're speaking to our people here. Give thanks people in St. Lucia. Give thanks people all around the place. Glorified. All right. So I mean, definitely the Ubuntu Palace is a place open up for us in St. Lucia, and I mean, people online, do they have access to it also? And also tell us where you are located. Because we've not heard where you're located. Tell us where you're located and whether you have any of the PCs that you might want to show us of the things that you have to offer, Honorable.
Okay, so the Ubuntu Palace, it's located at Ridgery next to Volney gas station and next to our Liberty branch. Our Facebook and Instagram name is the Ubuntu Palace.
So you have Facebook and Instagram.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Okay. Can we see some other things that you have?
So we have a waist pouch or a side pouch.
Could you raise it up a bit more so they could see? That to cover your face, well. Yeah. What to that side so that they could see, okay?
Okay, you can.
So what kind of material is that? That's the kinte.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Can I feel it? Thanks.
The Honorable Empress, she had a button cape. We have one made solely with cloth. The same Kenzie
Okay, okay.
cloth. An African design purse.
So this purse, open up the purse, man. You let the people see. So that's made in Africa.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
handcrafted.
Handcrafted. Okay, all right. And that's a kinte too, right?
Yes.
This is a kinte. Okay, all right.
We have that necklace with some,
Oh, they can't see. Sorry.
the necklace with some wooden beads.
Okay.
Yeah. Necklace as well.
And that's another cape.
Yes, that's another type of.
So why don't you have a cape? Or it doesn't go with your outfit? Okay, all right.
That's one, yeah.
All right. So tell the people how it is that they could actually get to you, where you're located. You know, if there are telephone numbers that they could contact you on, WhatsApp numbers that they might need to contact you on.
Okay, so you could contact us on 2855-195 or 722-3660.
And where are you located? Exactly where the shop is. Tell them again. I don't think they got the clear directions.
The Ubuntu Palace is located Ridgery next to Volney gas station and next to our Ridgery Liberty branch.
I think that the point you were making on the whole aspect of the significance or the importance of having like the materials that helps to air out the human, because we know that fungus is a parasite, and just because I personally only wear cotton and linen, that's all I wear, right? I don't wear any other material like the polyesters and the plastics and the rayons and all them things. Even the rayon is really a carcinogenic material, and the skin being the biggest organ, I mean anything that rests on the skin specifically, right, would definitely get into your blood, right? So it's very important that the people understand, yes, that the type of material that they wear are also significant. So normally, like, you have this, after you wash these materials, do they, like, sometimes you have a white t-shirt underneath and then you sweat and then the color of the shirt you have on top and end up on that? Does that happen if you have material?
No, the cloth at the Ubuntu Palace is made out of like, well, the cloth has a wax feature,
Okay, all right.
so it preserves the color and the texture of the cloth after washing it.
Okay, so you all take time out to go all the way to Ghana and get these things there just for the people of St. Lucia. So how has it been? When is your grand opening?
Well, the palace is open already, but not officially. We're still setting it up, but persons wanting to buy products can still walk in. We also want to sell some books, cultural books or historical books about our black culture, and also some natural products like some natural creams, hair shampoos and conditioners, etc.
So how has that natural living affected you? Why is it that it seems like you want to impact what you have learned on other people? So what happened? That's helped you? Your natural creams and your natural things. That's what you use yourself, or just trying to make a money on the people?
That's what I use on our books.
Okay, right. And so coming out of that other way of living, how has it been for you when it comes to the whole aspect of wearing healthier things? And is it different for you? Like, if you sweat in one of them garments, or if you sweat in a natural garment, do you feel different? Do you see any kind of difference in your overall health?
Well, in terms of skin irritation, remember I was speaking to you about thinking that I had eczema. I don't
Okay.
see any of that on my skin anymore. In terms of the health eating as well.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of changes in my breathing, in my energy, in my movement. Yeah. So it has helped me a lot.
Okay. All right. So now you are trying to impact upon people what you benefited from yourself.
Yes, I'm thankful for the results and I'd like to share it with others as well.
Okay, just any other thing you want to tell them people about Ubuntu Palace, as we are going to just go into a different aspect of our program, as you have taken that time there to bring the love of the wonderful. So what about the man thing? I don't see anything. You have a cape for the man. Okay, I have mine. I can fly already. What about the other people? You have nothing for the man?
Yes, we have items for the man. We have Bob Marley shirts, His Imperial Majesty shirts. We have guidances. We have
A lot of these nice African
yes,
suits.
we have African suits as well for the man, pantsuits.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely, I'll have to pass by the Ubuntu and see if I can Ubuntu on something. Give thanks, Honorable Empress. I don't know if Honorable Empress Ethiopia, or will the shop also have reusable sanitary products?
Yes, we're planning on selling cotton,
Sanitary napkins.
sanitary napkins, etc.
Okay. You know that the confidence and the stay free, not really confident and they don't really stay free. That these things are made from um recycled newspapers and them things, eh? Yeah, all women supposed to wear 100% cotton sanitary napkins, and even those that they're reusable, it's even better. Blessed Love, wonderful program. That's Micheline C. Blessed Love, wonderful program tonight with the Honorable Empress Ethiopia and Empress Aisha. Okay, you get a fan, so give thanks. Will the shop, okay, all right, the reusable napkins. Okay, so they can see whatever it is that you have there. You have a caller, yes, caller, blessed. Have a color? The screen that's showing color is not really operating too good. It's coming and going. So when I see the color, it's like I don't see the color. So yeah, blessed. Yeah, blessed. Could you speak up a bit, please? I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Um, not the entire week. No. No. The only day I might be there, is tomorrow. Yeah, I might be in office tomorrow. Might be, but for sure, the rest of the week, next week, no. So if you want to see me, it's tomorrow. What they got from overseas? Okay, give me a call on 722-3660 because I do have some engagements that I'll be traveling definitely. So give us a call on 722-3660. Anytime after the program tonight or in the morning, you could give us a call. Okay, give thanks, my sister. Love, blessed. Do give thanks, Honorable, for that call there. What number we call in? Number to call in is 45. The number to call in, it's supposed to be on the screen here. 451-9349. That's 451-9349 is the number to call in. 451-9349 or 453-1730. So definitely, as we were saying, it's very important that the woman and them wear 100% cotton sanitary napkins, and our elders. You see, all them things right now is stylish. Oh, I wear cotton sanitary napkins, stylish. But before they used to laugh at the country people. Oh, country bookie. You wearing that? Where you wearing that? Confidence, stay free, and the thing in style. But now the stylish thing is what our grandmothers used to do. So now everybody going back into the 100% cotton, right? And then they hang it out proudly now. Okay, so when Rastaman and them was saying, well, use it and put it on, do it there, the science, but you still know we have the metaphysical science behind it that people don't really know about. But at the end of the day, not going into that. What we're saying is that 100% is much more important, because when they use these recycle newspapers, what they do, they bleach it, and what they create is what they call dioxins, and dioxins are carcinogenic substances that are created specifically from the impact of that chlorine bleach. All right, and a place so sacred and holy as the vagina of the woman, when they put these chemicals around there, definitely, come on, what do you think you're doing? Right, it's like you're bleaching the vagina, right, and then you're causing all types of problems. So many women have sick vaginas. Many women cannot even, I mean, have babies. The womb is actually blocked up. Many women have cysts. They have big tumors growing inside it. Many women have certain type of discharges, certain types of odors, and these things does really affect the confidence of a woman specifically. So sometimes just because you're wearing plastic and polyester and all type of that underwear, them kind of underwear, wear them things there. Where you wear no underwear than to put a piece of plastic and suffocate yourself. You ever try and put a plastic bag around your face? What happens? Right? So when you actually use this type of underwear, this type of they have a thing, the elastin, they call it, the stretch materials, them things that has really destroyed the woman's reproductive system. So 100% cotton, 100% linen. Is it good? It's good that you are addressing that, because there are many issues related to the disposable sanitary products that people think are normal. Many things are not normal. And when you stop wearing them old, you see babies that get diarrhea rash, right? Why? Because the mothers now, they get so lazy now that they don't want to use the 100% cotton. Okay, so they use the how do you call them again? Smuggles and pamper and them type of things there, but the real stuff is 100% thing. So they're so lazy that they keep the child with the thing full of a pee. Oh, 100 times more absorbent. The thing full of pee. Right? And when you squeeze it and things, you have that wrap around the child. The child gets all them type of fungal infections and all type of diaper rash. Not a diaper rash, it's fungus. Right? So at the end of the day, definitely, you're supposed to change. If you have a cloth diaper, if it's wet, you change it. Right? But they want to create a nasty thing whereby you could pee 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times and you still have a dirty diaper on you. Right? And then now, so the same thing for the sanitary napkins. If a woman is actually hemorrhaging and then she has that issue, she's supposed to take it and go and wash it out and get a clean one. So instead of that, super absorbent. So from morning until evening, you have the same thing. That's not healthy. When nobody fool you, where it going to? Right? So at the end of the day, it's always important to analyze these things there. Give thanks. Right? So definitely 45193494531730. If you have a call, definitely you do give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. Give thanks. Questions on YouTube also. Those of you who have any questions, definitely you could type it on, as we are naturally eradicating diseases. And give thanks for the sisters in the Ubuntu Palace. I mean, I showed you the post, but I don't really want to hold up that post there. Next thing, you see pictures on the internet that Chris Kid actually have a fancy little post. Yeah. So definitely, you have some wonderful colors. I can hold this one here. Okay, so is the ancient Ghanaian kente material, and that is what the kings as wear. So their materials there, that's what, as the Honorable Empress was saying, that's what, when I want African print, you have to get it from the motherland. You can't have African print that's made in China. That's China print. And in St. Lucia, why I like that whole aspect of that Ubuntu Palace thing is because of the whole regality aspect of it. Palace, it gives that a regal look, and also, when you have Creole Day and you're supposed to be wearing national things of African heritage, what people wear is I don't know, madras, right? Is Indian clothes, right? So they wear Indian material instead of African prints. Why the whole of Creole Day you're importing whole heap of material from India or made in China, and instead of wearing the authentic African materials coming from Africa, right? So give thanks for our sisters from the Ubuntu Palace who have taken such initiative to actually bring forth such thing, and we pray that they might build up themselves in courage, so next time they will be able to spend a bit more time with us, and as Honorable Prince Saba grows up, he too will be able to just be a bit more patient with his mother, that she would actually expound a bit more on what she had to expound. So definitely, anyone who has any more questions, definitely could give us a call. Let us know. I don't know why you all go quiet with us. I think you have a call there from Boado Orange. Blessed.
Good evening, blessed love.
Yes, Honorable.
And how
Oh, I am blessed. Give thanks on you.
Yes, I give God thanks for you and I appreciate everything and everything.
That's our friend.
Like, my call is to ask you a question. What's good for the inflammation?
Which inflammation of where?
Inflammation in the bones.
In the bone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, plenty of water that's always put out flames. Yes, inflammations, right? So when you are in flames, drink plenty more water. And you know of the Zeb Aquest, what they call the shine bush.
Oh, it's the shiny bush.
The shiny bush. Just pour some hot water over it,
Uh-huh.
and you know you allow it to cool, and you drink it cool.
Wow.
All right. Or you could also drink iced turmeric. The turmeric, but you ice it, ice
Right.
cold, and drink it. Don't drink it hot.
It has to be cold?
It has to be cool.
Oh,
You know,
not
if
from the refrigerator.
yeah. Well, I mean, cool. If you have a jar and you keep your water in this kind of clay pots, definitely you could utilize that.
Okay.
Okay.
Not, it is, when you say cool, it isn't just normal?
Yeah, like cool, not like cool,
Okay.
like cool, not cold, but cool.
But cool, not cold, but cool.
Yeah, not frozen, but like fridge temperature, not freezer temperature, but fridge temperature.
Okay, fridge temperature, but not the fridge temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So how many times did I can use the
Well,
turmeric?
well, a turmeric you could drink that like once a day, just like a cup of it once a day.
Right.
The Zebak OS or the shiny bush you could drink it throughout the day.
Yeah.
Right, and you could also use the vervine, right? What you call a vervine latte what?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could dry it, leave it overnight, and drink it throughout the day also.
Yeah.
The cassia latte you could also use that, but use it only in the morning.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
God bless the eye also.
Thank you.
Love.
Right.
Bless it. Give thanks, my sister. Give thanks, definitely. Can you talk about using marijuana in food for healing mental issues, please? Thanks. Well, I'm not really an advocate of boiling marijuana. You know, you really cannot regulate how much THC gets into your bloodstream. You know, when people eat their little cookies, they really does. And when people eat them sweet things and things. No, I remember doing a marijuana food. I promised myself never again. I put so much marijuana in that, man. When I eat that, I think that I didn't know who I was for a couple of days. Right? So you really cannot control the amount of THC when you hit cannabis. Right? So you have to be really, really careful. I rather just put it in a chalice or a steam pipe, right, and smoke it. You know. Yes, brother, bless.
Yes, blessed love.
Blessed love, honorable, give thanks.
Yeah, what do you do for the hernia?
Which hernia?
The hernia on the left side.
You know, you have an inguinal hernia, you have umbilical hernia, you have all type of hernias. Okay, all right. Well, I mean, we'll have to have a look at it, but it's good to massage it with warm castor oil and push it back in. And then you get a nice little poultice of probably some charcoal, you know, and ginger and turmeric, you know, and pong it, and after you and put some warm castor oil on it, and stick it back into the hole, right, and bandage it in place, right. So actually it's an astringent poultice, helps to actually tighten the fibers and the muscles there to prevent it from coming out. But if you have hernia, after you push it in, you have to take it easy. You can't afford to get constipated. You know, when they say caca wet and you go and free up and you have to force, you could push back out the hernia, right? Or if you lift up heavy weights, try to use your knees more than your waistline. All right. So when you are going for the treatment, it's very important to avoid too much heavy lifting, you know, and avoid too much heavy work, you know, to allow that tissue to actually because the hernia is basically your spermatic cord coming out of a hole to go down into your testicles, right? So what happens is that your abdominal cavity gets through that hole and try to go down into your testicles. So they call it go gwen, right? But it's basically your intestines trying to creep into your testicles through the same portal that your spermatic cord is actually using. So it's important to just avoid the type of heavy lifting, push it back in, put a poultice on it, bandage it, and repeat that for 21 days. Okay? Love, man. Give thanks. My Lord, Darrell. Okay, my Lord, what are some herbs I can use to clean my liver? Billy Rubin came back a little bad, and I'm trying. Oh, Bill Rubin. And I'm trying to rectify it. Okay, right. I say Billy Rubin. Billy Rubin is like a pigment or an enzyme, liver enzyme test. I mean, definitely you could use cassia latte is the best thing for that, thinking of the forest. Okay, 21 leaves, a liter of hot water, allow it to cool overnight. Drink it for the morning for 7 days consecutively. And then when you're done, come and get a free laxative. That'll get your bilirubin. 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 Okay, all right. If no blood is in, okay. What can be used for spider veins? What kind of spiders? Tarantulas or the small? Okay, we had a call. Okay, sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Right. Massage with warm castor oil and cayenne pepper powder, and you could use carpenter's bush. You could use japana. You could use bay leaf. All these things they're extremely good for the circulatory system. Okay, all right. No calls now for WhatsApp. Okay. All right. Let me see. Any more questions here? What kind of leaf? What leaf we talking about? Carpenter bush we talk about and japana. So definitely we do give thanks for all those of you who have been contributing as we are 8 minutes towards the hour and we have a call from Viewfort. Blessed. Honorable Sakafet. Yes, hell is low. My dressing? Oh, my robe. Oh, give thanks. Give thanks for the love. Oh, give thanks. Give thanks.
What I was saying, you were saying something about a hemorrhoid is the lime and the sour sauce.
The hemorrhoid?
The sour orange.
That was some other program.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't hear what you were saying properly.
What I was saying is that you boil some water and you chop some aloes, like about a 3 aloe leaf, chop it in the water and squeeze like a sour orange and put the sour orange inside of it too. Okay, and put some Epsom salt or some sea salt. Okay, and as your hand can handle, you sit down in it. All right, and then afterwards you rub the piles or the hemorrhoids if castor oil and you push it back in. Okay, and when you poo-poo, you don't wipe, you wash. Okay? Blessed love, give thanks. Blessed. The leaf for the liver is Cassia alata, Cassiaalata, or King of the Forest. Okay? 451934945317. No question for our Ubuntu sisters here. Come on. No one has anything to say about our Ubuntu sisters here. That's not nice. At least someone's supposed to call and say something. Oh, we got some comments on the YouTube, for our Ubuntu sisters, but what is good for hiatal hernia? I mean, definitely honorable for your hiatal hernia. You have to really learn to control your acid. Okay, you must. You see, stress does cause plenty of different problems. All right, so your patchouli, very important. Get about a flask. You put about you get a flask like them stainless steel flask, them vacuum type flask, right? And you literally fill it up with patchouli leaves and you pour in the hot water and you drink a cup of that every 2 hours, 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 right? And avoid eating too late, okay? And avoid eating and drinking, okay? Always take it easy. Ade Kalinago Garifuna. Who's the Kalinago Garifuna? I know the Garifuna and the Kalinago, they are Indians. That's you?
No. No, it's Garifuna, like the indigenous people of certain.
Okay. Okay, Grand Riviere, call a blessed. Uh-huh. I don't know, but you should ask the person you buy it from. I don't even know. Is it the roots?
The root, yeah, the root.
Well, they call it dandelion coffee by roasting the roots. Okay? But I mean, what can I say? Right, just plant some dandelion tree in your yard, pull it up, and when that start to grow, growing like a weed, brethren. So you have so much, you don't know what to do with it. Okay, they sell all kind of thing and call it good. So better you plant your dandelion and get the roots yourself, pour some hot water over it, and drink your dandelion root. That's supposed to be good for detoxifying. Right? If you're a coffee addict and you want to get out of the coffee, better you use the wild coffee. What they call coffee, how do you call coffee in Creole again? Café Zepiant. Yeah. Café Zepiant. That's very good. Wild coffee. Alright? Give thanks, my brother. What's good for bipolar and insomnia? You have to come to Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center. Right? And then we're going to take it, pack it in a bag, and throw it away for you. right? These are bipolar and insomnia and them things. That's things that we have to get. We have to go deep, dig deep, dig deep, right, and rectify all these problems for you. And most times you have metaphysical problems also. Good. You mentioned eating too late. Do you have recommendation times to eat and fast on a daily basis? I mean, you shouldn't eat if you're going to rest, right? And if you do a night job, it's not about eating night or day. Okay, if you're doing a night job and you are security, and you have to be patrolling a place up and down, up and down, up and down, you eat. Like you're going to rest. I mean, you don't eat and then go to rest, right? But you like eating in the night and not eating in the day, and then you're resting in the day, and just before you go to rest, you eat, and then you go to rest in the day. No, don't eat before you rest. Okay. How can we trade between Grenada and Saint Lucia? I mean, Liat Quickback, yeah, and MoneyGram, Western Union bank transfer, them things there. We could do all these things there. What's 4519349453173? Do give us a call. Okay. I know that the Honorable Empress Ethiopia, your father has your father comes from direct line of the indigenous Guyanese no? Yes, it does. And also you are the archers from Ghana. So both of these things they actually come together. That's what I know. What about for eczema? Eczema, as the Honorable Empress Aisha was saying, you come and get your materials and your cloth from Ubuntu so you'll stop that irritation. And definitely we do have a skincare cream for the eczema, and you could just bathe with what you call kokomkuli, what they call serasibush. Excellent. Just bathe with it, scrub yourself with it and bathe with it, and avoid all dairy products. No cheese, no milk, none of them things there. Will the pallets be selling fabric as well? Sorry, I missed this part. The pallets have, yeah, they're good fabric. Yeah, man. They have fabric there. They have all African, 100% made in Africa fabric. Are they? Okay, somebody's trying to figure out why the island was so beautiful and want to know exactly what your origins are. I think I'll give them your link and then I'll let them contact you, our YouTube caller. Right? These questions I cannot answer them. Definitely 2 minutes before we close. I mean, no more calls, and give thanks to all those of you on YouTube who are actually with us. Blessed love, what about stage 1 ovarian cancer? When it comes to cancer, Otabon from Ghana. Okay, Empress, we're going to talk about that afterwards. Okay, they say ovarian cancer stage 1, come and see us. I mean, definitely we'll take care of that for you. What's good for endometriosis? We have a 21-day program for that. That definitely you need free of the female packages plus the answer and the icon tincture, which is a cannabis tincture, and also you're talking about some therapies you'd have to actually take for the endometriosis. Ripe fruit, peace, give thanks and blessed love. Definitely we do give thanks for all those of you with us tonight, those of you who commented on our live YouTube streaming. I know that the camera was shaking here and shaking there and spinning around to show you exactly what was happening, but we do give thanks again for all those of you who were with us tonight. And those on YouTube, we give thanks. Remember our website, priestkailash.com. Those of you asking about the herbal manual, available on Amazon. Oh, it's sold out on Amazon, but we do have some copies here, so you could WhatsApp 722-3660 as we are printing a new batch again to be with you shortly. So definitely priestkailash.com, 1758-722-3660, 1758-722-3660 for the 660, right? And we give thanks. Those of you who might want to connect with our sisters, I think next time I'll give you the YouTube link when they come again, but this time I don't have it, and I'm sure they have it's Ubuntu Palace for Instagram, the Ubuntu Palace for Instagram, and Ubuntu Palace for Facebook.
The same day Ubuntu Palace.
The Ubuntu Palace for Facebook, definitely. And the number to call is 452 9750. 452 9750. That's 1758 452 9750 for the Ubuntu Palace, and that's right at Redry, opposite the Volney gas station, right next to Liberty Foods. Well, if you don't eat at Liberty, that means that you are eating, ITING, not feasting. All right, so definitely come at Liberty and get all the good foods for you. All right, give thanks, many blessings. Give thanks. what is the tribe? I'll tell you. They'll tell you the tribe, brother. I'm going to give you the information. I definitely. I think that you have gotten some fans here on my thing, so you'll have to answer to the questions. Give thanks all of you who were with us. The Almighty God bless and keep you and make His holy face shine upon your holy face. Definitely, we'll be in office tomorrow. Yeah, and the rest of the week and early next week we won't be there. So those of you who want to see us, try and get your things tomorrow. May Almighty God bless and keep you, make His holy face shine upon your holy face. Remember, our WhatsApp number is 1758 722 3660. Blessed love. Give thanks. Give thanks, YouTube. I'll tell you.